I'm sure you all remember the story in the newspapers when Linda Bellingham's sons were fighting with their stepfather Michael Patmore after their mum passed away, and he basically disinherited them. Something similar also happened with Paul Daniels Jr., who had a very public spat with Debbie McGee because, again, she had cut him out and he received nothing from his father. This is one of the most common ways people lose their inheritance. Some professionals refer to it as a sideways disinheritance. I like to call it MAD, marriage after death. Let me tell you about Brian, a client who came to see me who was very worried that what happened to him shouldn't happen to his own son. Shortly after his father died from a heart attack, Brian's mother, Bridget, met somebody new, and about 2 years later remarried. Brian was obviously very happy that his mother had found new love, and he had actually got a stepbrother. Shortly after getting married, Bridget and her new husband went to see a solicitor to draft new wills because they were told quite rightly that if you remarry, any previous wills you have is automatically revoked. So they drafted wills, leaving everything to each other and then equally to Brian and his stepbrother. 4 years after being married, unfortunately, Bridget was diagnosed with a brain tumour, and 6 months after that passed away. So under the terms of her will, everything now passed to her new husband. What Brian didn't know is that one of the first things he did was actually go to a solicitor and change his own will, and he subsequently left everything to his own son, and Brian was completely disinherited from his parents' £1 million estate. And to rub salt in the wound, Brian's stepfather had actually moved down from the Midlands to move in with Bridget and was still living in what was his, family home that he grew up in. This is one of the most common ways people get disinherited. If you have a parent that's remarried and you are concerned, quite rightly, that like Brian, you could be disinherited, or perhaps you're remarried and you're concerned that your child may not inherit from you, please give me a call. This is very easily avoided with the right or appropriate planning.